विश्वविद्यालय अनुदान आयोगस्य यूजीसी अंतर्गतं शैक्षणिक कर्मचारी महाविद्यालये निर्देशकः आसन्। एतेभ्यः विद्वद्भ्यः मम पक्षतः अस्माकं विश्वविद्यालयः पक्षतः नमस्कारः पुरस्सरं हार्दिकं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। महोदयः, भवताम् आगमनेन वयं सर्वे बहु आनन्दिताः तथा च भवतां ज्ञानं प्राप्तुम् उत्सुकाः च। महोदयः, भवतां विषये संस्कृतविभागः पक्षतः एकः श्लोकः विरचितः, तत् अहं पठितुम् इच्छामि। गुणैः गौरवम् आयाति न महत्यापि सम्पदा, पूर्णेन्दु न तथा वन्द्यः, निष्कलङ्को यथा कृशः। Artham: a man gets importance by virtue, not by abundance of wealth and riches. A spotless curved moon is more appreciated than a black spotted full moon. Dhanyavadaha.
Baby clap.
On behalf of the entire school, sir, I welcome you to VVP. Can I have the round of applause? So without any further delay, we'll start the workshop. Over to you. Use a mic.
Namaskar. What did I say? Namaskar. You said namaste first, right? Right? Did you ask this to anyone? Vishwa Vidya Peeth. I don't know why and how should I call. I don't call ma'am. I don't like calling sir. And you are in a Vishwavidyalaya. They are all British. Correct? Damn, man. Correct? They are all English words, right? Yes or no? Again, sir. In Bharatiya, Indian tradition, last M is not there. So how do you call teachers in the Bharatiya tradition? No, if you want to call ma'am, remove that M and call. Understood? Do you feel calling ma is more closer or ma'am is more closer? Do you want a cultural change? That should be the first one. Don't call teachers as sir. And I don't know how do your teachers, and I did not take permission. I don't call. I call her Shanti Ma. Shanti Ma. Looks good, no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Again, sir. All of you keep your hands on your head. Na Janma. What do you say next? Bad things when you do, what do you do? Janma? Useless agide. It's very difficult to keep it down. Very difficult to change style, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Why, sir? Yes is enough. So let me see whether you will change in 2 hours or not. Again, yes, sir. I keep saying, don't say no like this. Then they will say, yeah. Don't say no like this. The answer will be, no, don't nod your hair. Nod your head. Don't do all that. What you should do? Speak. Who gave the Subhashitam? Who gave the prayer?
You mean the pledge?
Yeah, what? In the assembly?
This is class 5 student.
Oh, not you.
This is from class 7 to
That was your book.
they don't know.
But what was the prayer? Guru Brahma. Wait. Guru Brahma. What does it mean? Lord. Again English. The king of UK was called Lord. Each word by word. Now many things I told, right? So you should write SIR, sir. Cut it. LORD, Lord. Cut it. So that you don't get to write everything. Everyone should have the habit of taking notes. What is the habit? That also you should write, taking notes. Everything what I say, if you want to recollect, not now you will remember. But today you have to go back. Are you going back home? You don't go? Yes or no? So you should teach whatever I am telling to your parents. Sunday, if they have courage, they will come and meet me. I will ask questions. All that what I am saying today I am recording, because I want to remember what I say. And then Sunday, when I meet your parents, I will ask what are the things what I told, and your smartest parents should give answers. Do you want your parents to be smart or useless?
Yes.
So let me see how many of your parents will courage enough to come and then say, yeah, I learned many things. My daughter told me this. Don't your father listen to you? Or they keep looking at the TV. Yeah, you keep telling. Don't do that. Go sit in front of them. If they don't look at you, tell like this, and then give all that what I speak. So you will have to have your notes, right? Otherwise you will forget points. So did you tell this? Telling parents. Did you write now or not? Everything. And then not enough. Today night you have to make a beautiful note. This is note taking. Correct? After note taking, you should have note making. Make a note. Now only words you will write, because you don't have time to write the whole thing. But when you know the words, oh, you know this is what I told. Make it a sentence and make a note. That you will have to show me when you are going to meet on Saturday. Ready? The best note fellow will get some prizes from. Yes? This is my first class after COVID. During COVID, that was in which month, which year? 2020 March. That was my last travel. Last travel was to Kerala. I belong to Kerala. So I had a TV program. Do you see Amrita TV? Amrita TV, there is a Bharatiya program in which Bhagavad Gita chanting, and I was a judge. So that is where I went. So you can look at DrTPS Bhagavad Gita. You will see maybe hundreds of YouTube channels on it. I taught Bhagavad Gita twice. Once in America, once on internet. Many years back, maybe 20 years back, I started teaching. Okay? See, when I say this, Just write Bhagavad Gita. You tell what you want. It's boring actually. You should have immediately, if somebody says, yes, I taught Bhagavad Gita, immediately there should be some question which is very, very highly innovative to ask. Yeah. Wonderful question. I studied in Bangalore. I did my MPhil and PhD in Bangalore. So before maybe some of your parents took birth, I was in Bangalore. 86, 89. Which year? Maybe your parents would have maybe just taken birth that time. And that time I was teaching in University College of Vishwesvaraya College, Engineering College. I was a teacher there and doing PhD parallel. So there is a beautiful veranda. You know what's veranda, right? Not an English word. So there is a beautiful veranda, and that government college, lot of pillars. Every time I carry lot of pen and pencils and all. So what I did was, I used to write first line of each Bhagavad Gita sloka on the pillar with a small pencil. From one pillar to another pillar when I go, one sloka will be over. That's how I learned my Bhagavad Gita. So who taught me Bhagavad Gita? Pillars in Vishwesvaraya College of Engineering in Bangalore. So I learned many chapters, not all chapters I by hearted, but I know most of the, not all slokas are beautiful. Some slokas are beautiful. Don't think, first chapter is boring for me. But second chapter, most of the slokas are by heart for me. Which is the first sloka in first Bhagavad Gita, first sloka, first chapter? Anybody who learned Bhagavad Gita, knew little Bhagavad Gita? See, when I ask question, one of the normal character in most of the students are, I don't know, but whether you know or you know. If I ask, are you beautiful? Even then. Whether they are beautiful or I am not telling you. Who is the most intelligent student? Again they will look here. You should immediately raise hand. That's what I like. Response should be, if I ask somebody knows Bhagavad Gita, I am seeing no response. You are only looking beside. Don't do that. It's all getting recorded. Which is the first sloka in Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavan's song. So first chapter, first sloka is, then stop. That is not a Bhagavan. DrTPS Uvacha. That means DrTPS told. How it can be first sloka of Bhagavan? He is correct. In the Bhagavad Gita text, first sloka is DrTPS Uvacha. The chapter heading is Bhagavad Gita. So you should have a question. Oh, it is not by Bhagavan. So it's second chapter, 7th sloka. I think 7th sloka. I am not very sure. Must be sure, right? Yeah, 7th sloka. Ashochya Nanya Shochastam. You know what Bhagavad Gita says? Ashochya. What does it mean? I was told that most of you are learning Sanskrit. Shocham means what? Shucha means what? Dukkham, sadness. So what is the first word Bhagavan says? Ashochya. A is always negative. Sa is always positive. Okay? A means antony. Antony means opposite. The colloquial word for Antonym is opposite. Okay. Shucha is dukkha. Correct? Du is also bad. What is opposite of dukkham in your language? Sukham. Su-kham. Gham is common. If you add su, good. Du, bad. I is also bad. Du is also bad. Sukham, dukkham. But sukham, antonym, opposite is asukham. Add a also, you will get. Are you learning? Are you learning or learning the technique of learning? I don't teach any subject. I will teach maths, physics, chemistry, biology, every subject in this world. But I don't teach those subjects. I will teach you. Today morning it was Sanskrit, so I took Sanskrit as exam. Suppose you are coming with after biology class, I will take only biology and as example and teach you how to learn biology. And same technique, every subject in the world. Got it? How many of you are in 8th class? Wonderful. I love 8th class students the best. Because I was the worst student in any school in 8th class. I am from one small district called the Kannur in Kerala. One of the best model schools started by government of Kerala when I was in 7th class. Who were on 7th class? I was at your age. Maybe 10,000 students would have written competitive exam to get admission in the best school. Because full free. No fees have to be paid. You are all paying a lot of money. Our education was priceless. Not priceless. Feesless. And I got admission in the best school. Only 27 students. And all the teachers, best in Kerala, all the best teachers are taken. Even there will be DEO. DEO is District Educational Officer. They are all super senior teachers. After principal, they will become officers to check whether the school is good or not. DEO, AEO, Assistant Education Officer. They were all my science, maths, physics, chemistry teachers. So best teachers were selected and there was a model school created under the name of the only one Nobel laureate in literature in India. Who is that? Who said Ravindranath Tagore? Good girl, good boy. You should courageously say louder. I want response. Don't loud. Okay? Have courage. If it is wrong also no problem. Because anyway your neighbors don't know. Correct? I studied in Tagore Vidyaniketan. My school was called the Tagore Vidyaniketan. You know what is the speciality of Tagore? Only one Nobel laureate in India in literature. Second one, the only one person who wrote the last, what you sang? Who wrote it? That you know. But he also wrote national anthem for another country. So only one person in the world who wrote national anthem for two countries. So I was a student in the 8th class there. Very prestigious. My villagers used to see, oh, this boy is in a very prestigious school, right? But then when I went there, I became the last. You know one rank where there is no competition in the world? Last rank. Nobody will compete to get the last rank, right? So nobody could beat me. Continuously I was 27th rank. All examination, 27th. So I was thrown out of the school being the worst student. After the end of the academic year, so I generally scared of the principal, headmistress, teachers. They called me and gave a cover. I thought some love letter I am getting. When I opened, I said transfer certificate, get out of the school. Luckily, they passed me to 9th class. I went back to my own village. So all the students who told this great boy went to a big school, and then what happened now? Failed and came back. Correct? So 9th and 10th I was a gloomy boy. Never studied anything. So 10th class I was almost failed. But not like today. 11th and 12th admission was not tough. So I got into 11th and 12th again. But that time there is no 11th and 12th. Pre-degree. It was called the pre-degree. Maybe your parents or grandparents or all those people must have studied not 11th and 12th. They studied pre-degree. Degree before that, pre-degree. I took maths, physics, chemistry because my brother told you cannot study maths because you are not a good student. To study maths you need a good brain, right? Social science, not required. So your social science teacher is less brain. English teacher is much worse brain. Hindi teacher is useless brain. Kannada, brain illa. Maths teacher, great brain, right? Is it so? But that is a general thinking. Maths means you need a good brain, right? But then I told I want to prove that I can study maths. Because my brother told you cannot study maths, what I want to prove? I can study. But my favorite subject, no, not subject, language was my own mother tongue, Malayalam. You like your mother or somebody's mother? Eh? So should I love my mother tongue or other tongue? You like somebody's tongue or your tongue? So I am a good Malayalam poet. I write poems in Malayalam. But much easier to write in other tongue, English. So I write lot of poems in English than Malayalam. Yesterday, day before yesterday? Yesterday was Kalam's. Kalam's 27th July, correct? So soon after his death, 28th July, which year? Which year Kalam died? All these are questions you should write. What you do is, write this. If you don't know, no problem. You should find out. Because day after tomorrow, Saturday we are meeting. I will ask you this again. So 28th July, soon after the next day of Kalam's death, did you write K-A-L-A-M Kalam name? You should write July. Year you find out. How do I remember? Because next day I wrote a poetry about Kalam. This book is available. All my books are available on internet. Okay? You will love this. You know why? Kalam you write reverse. All the spelling you write reverse. What did you get? Do you know the meaning of Malak? Ask your Christian friends. I should not tell that, but Hebrew language where Bible is written first. Which language? Hebrew. So much of knowledge you are getting just like that. No? Malak means angel. Angel. You know what is angel, right? Malakha. That is where Malak came. Malakha, the word came from Malak. And then Arabic and Urdu, M-A-L-A-K, Malak means, you know, Muslim ladies when they use parda and all, they have got an embroidery work. Glittering embroidery. Nice sarees also will have, right? Jari, you call it jari, no? And that is called the Malak in Arabic. So I wrote the poem. My Malap to Kalam, the Malap. What's my poetry name? Kalam, you know, reverse I told, just write it, that's it. And you, the rest is Google with you, no? And check life, Rhythm of Life. That's the book name? Rhythm of Life. 100 points are there. And all these are, oh sorry, I did not write on 28th. 28th I wrote, but 29th I edited and then posted. That's why the number is written there, 150729. The end of the poetry I will write a number. What is the number? Y by MMDD. Which format I write? Y by MMDD. So I remember 2015. July 29th I wrote this poem. Got it? Many years back on 29th I was in Bangalore on an Onam program by Nayar Service Society. KNSS school is there. And that management, I was that time the World Nayar Samiti Vice Chairman. So I came as a guest for Onam program. Where did we start? My 8th class, thrown out from the school, right? Correct or not? Same school called me to distribute prizes for best student in school after so many years. Because the principal doesn't know I was thrown out from the school. I went and sat in the same class where I was studying and I was talking to teachers. And I told them I was one who was thrown out of the school. How do you know this? In the entrance of the school there is a big board which writes 77, 79, 78, 79, 10th class batch. 27 people wrote 10th class exam. All of them got, that time there is no A+, that was first class. Everybody got first class every year in that school. That school was very famous school. Only 1 year, number of students appeared 26, not 27. Why? I was thrown out, right? Correct or not? So why I am saying this? You are not a good student now doesn't mean you will fail in your life. You are not a good student today doesn't mean you will fail. If any one of you don't understand any chapter of any subject anytime, is there anything which you don't understand? What is understanding? Like what I asked you now. So many questions should come, then only, oh, now I understood. Only when you think you know, you understood or not understood, right? But what do? You learn for exams, right? When you understand something, what you will get? Knowledge you will get doubts, you will be happy, correct? But when you learn, what do you get, you know? What do you do for examination? Learn and write exam. Correct or not? Do you say I understood and wrote exam? What do you say? I learn for examination. Because examination can be written if you learn. So, did you write the word L-E-A-R and learn? Write it, Amma. Write L-E-A-R and learn. Because I am talking about learning, right? Okay, now if you learn, have you seen the people who run vehicle on the road with an L board? What is that L board called? They are learner's license, learning the vehicle driving, right? So once they learn, what do? They remove L. So in your learn, cut that L and read the rest. So why are you learning? Got it? Again Sanskrit is coming to me. Guru is this Brahma? Where is he? Up. First floor? Second floor? Hridaya. Write it down. Hridaya. Guhara. Hridayam, you know, do you have Hridayam or given to somebody else? Don't give it to anybody, right? Earlier teenagers used to give. Now less than teenagers also started giving Hridaya to somebody else. Where is my Hridayam? And if they come, heartbeat will start. If they don't come, heart attack will come. Hridaya Guhara. Guhara means cave. Hridaya Guhara Madhye. Hridaya Guhara Madhye. Madhya means middle. The center of the cave inside your Hridaya. What is there? Your mother is there. Your father is there. Most loving person is there. Along with them, Brahma is also there. Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Kevalam. So don't learn Sanskrit, Samskrita slokas. Understand Samskrita slokas. Now you are feeling happy. I am seeing some faces. Oh, this is what it is. So where is Brahma? Don't say upstairs, downstairs, neighbor's house, temple. No, where is Brahma? See, you are going to teach your parents today. What? Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam. Only Brahma is there. Kevalam means only. Nobody else. So where is God? Inside you. What is Brahma's job? Creativity. What is Brahma's job?
Creativity.
Who is Brahma's wife? So when you keep a Brahma inside your Hridaya, who will come and stay there?
Saraswati.
Definitely Saraswati will be there. When Saraswati is there, like this in the tongue, language will come. Arthamainda? You got it or not? Guttaita? Arthamainda in Telugu? Because I come from Andhra Pradesh. Guttaita? Pudidada? Manslayo? Which language is difficult? Which language is easy? Avide, ivide, evide, ange, inge, enge, alli, illi, elli, akkade, ikkade, ekkade, idhar, udhar, kidhar, here, there, were. Finished, no? Which language? I remember 1986 when I came here, I was sitting in a Kannada class. Idu nanna talai, idu ninna talai. That's how I learned Kannada. And what did I learn first? When we go to tea shop, on KG Road there was a Basanta Vihar hotel. That's where I used to go for my breakfast. So when we ask for chai, they will not give chai. Because here tea is given after the tiffin, right? But Kerala we have tea first and then tiffin, and in between tea and in between after that also. So I order some 2-3 tea. So the first word I learned in Kannada was Igale Kodi. What is that? You can eat and sufficiently eat if you know 2 words. Saku beku. Right? See, language is very simple and easy to learn, but if you don't use it, no purpose. Got it? So I learned maybe so many years back, I use very rarely. But Kannada baratte nange chennagi baratte. Odadukku bariyata, bariyadukku baratte. I studied in classroom. I have got a 6-month certificate also. Learning is different, enjoying is different. I remember this just because if I write an examination 6 months, I learn, write exam, But then what did I do? I enjoyed. Do you enjoy your maths? Oh, beautiful maths, yeah. Great. How many of you do that? If you don't, take any chapter, come back to DrTPS. I will teach you how maths becomes easy for you. Maths is so simple for you. Social science, what a beautiful subject. You love maths and you hate social science. Yeah, I see most of the people like this. Many students, what happens is, I love maths, I want to be an engineer. Social science is useless. It's my brother was my social science teacher in like 9th class and 10th class. My own elder brother who travels from same school, same house, we eat together, and I was a very bad social science student. And I used to tell my brother is the worst teacher I have seen in my life. I record this also. I post, and he also tell, yeah. I remember one of his student became a subordinate teacher in one of the colleges where I was a executive director. And then she told, your brother is a great teacher. I said, something wrong with you because he cannot be a good teacher. So I was so confident my brother was a... You know why? Because I hate social science. But then what happened? I took my PhD from Bangalore in mathematics. I got a job in space department and my job was making maps. That too from satellite image I have to take maps, and then Kargil war I want to give the maps. Which subject is map making? And the most worst subject in my school days became my job, though I was the best student in mathematics. What a fate here. And you are all aware of Google, right? Maybe 25 years back I made Google and given to Kargil war. The Google map today you are seeing, I used to be making this and making maps. 78 degree 45 minutes, 13 degree 12 minutes is Bangalore. Latitude, longitude is also by heart for me. You ask your social science teachers, they may not be. This is practical learning. Because degree, minutes, 73, 13, all these are numbers, it's all mathematics. So now do you believe social science is full of mathematics? Yes. Earth is round. Again Sanskrit is coming. You go to any temple in the morning, the priest will keep chanting slokas. Don't hear, don't listen, don't learn, but, yeah, who said that? Love you, good girl. Understand. And if you don't understand, ask the priest, stop, tell me the meaning. Tomorrow you will not see him in the temple, definitely. You know, carefully you listen, he will be chanting lot of social science. Brahmandanam madhye. What does that mean? Brahmandanam madhye. Heard this sometime? Brahmanda means Milky Way galaxy. Okay. And then he will come to Earth. Then he will come to Asia. What is Asia? Jambudyube. Jambudyube is Asia. And in which he has to come to India. Correct? India was not there when this sloka was written. Bharadagandhe, Bharadavarshe, Meroha Dakshine Parshve. What is Meroha Dakshine Parshve? Kailas. Meru is Kailash. I went to Kailash for a pradakshina. 2004. So Meru, Dakshinam. Dakshinam is south. And then tell your municipality name, village name, apartment number, Because God has to come and gift you, right? Blessings. The whole geography is told. Is it science or not? You don't like? You don't like social science? You don't like earth? You don't like what happened there, when it happened, you don't like? History is difficult to remember, right? Yeah, I'll tell you why you don't remember. Because, see, I told you, day for yesterday, Kargil day. Yesterday was Kalam's. Every day you remember like this, after few years, you will remember everything what happened in the world. The whole history is one Excel sheet with me on my. Your Prashant ji was asking, he was very kind to me yesterday, we had long discussion. So he was asking PowerPoint presentation. Do you want PowerPoint or powerful points? Excel sheet, if I show the whole history, one file, Excel sheet, everything is there with you. The whole world, you know how do I learn? When Shakespeare was writing his poetry, in Kerala, which poet was writing which poetry? Connect it, because one Excel sheet, no. One line can be British poems, another can be Indian poetry, another can be your own Kannadigas, Kovampu. Right, learn history, make your own sheet. How do you make? Oh, you love mathematics, you don't like history? I'll tell you one method. Draw a line, write 0 in between, and the left side of that you will write BC, and right side what you will write? AD. What did you write? BC, AD, right? So altogether what did you write? ABCD. What did you write? So what is history? ABCD. So if you know English, 24 letters, 4 letters you know history. And between AD is BC. A, B, C, D. Between AD is BC. Whatever happens today, you can relate to what happened some time back. Simple, yeah. So what do? Take your history book. After your 7th class, don't throw it. How many of you want to become IAS in your life? Indian Administrative Service. This is a book, Civil Service Prelims Handbook. How to become an IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS. The best job in the world, the toughest exam in the world is IAS. Can you imagine in the world somebody applies? Heartbeat increases. Because if you miss a chance, minimum number of chances are only there. Between that year, if you don't finish, you cannot. So 20 lakhs people apply for exam, 5 lakhs people don't go to exam hall. They will think next year I will write because I did not study well. You know why? Your 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, graduation 3 year. If it is BTech 4 years, if it is MBBS or medical science 5 years. So after 16 years, you will have to write an exam for which the syllabus starts with the 7th class. So do you think you are writing exam, studying in the classroom, your teachers are teaching social science, just to pass 7th class, to reach 8th class, 8th class to 9th class, and you can forget, and tomorrow when IAS comes, many people fail. You know, out of the 20 lakhs, only 70 people get IAS. Maybe another 70. You know how many vacancies are there? 5,000 vacancies in India, where only less than 100 people are selected, because in the whole India, those people who studied 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th class perfectly well are not available. You may get 90%, 100%. but next word I don't use. But most of the parents, most of the teachers, I don't know these days they use or not, but in my childhood and all, I heard this many times. What do they call you when they get angry? Useless fellow. Write it there. I am useless. Bold letter you write. I am useless. Did you write? What you should do? Raise your hands. Take it on your head and say I am. Right? I am. But if any one of you want to be my student, and once you listen, you are my student. I have got students who follow me. This is written by one of my students, not me. The method of teaching, the way to learn, I taught somebody, and that is made into a book. I told you should make notes and take notes and make a note. That note is this, and that note was printed and then given many copies to me. But then put my name also with DrTPS. So who writes books? My students write books. And these poems, every day somebody will give me one topic. Write a poetry. Yeah, tomorrow morning I will give you poetry. You give any topic, next day I can make a poem out of it. And not bad. Good poems. It's very simple. Why? Hridaya, Guhara, Madhye, Kevalam, Brahma Matram. Therefore, who is with me? Saraswati is with me. When Brahma and Saraswati is there, why I am called here? Because I am into action. Who is the god of action? Vishnu. Who is Vishnu's wife? Lakshmi. So wherever job is there, money is there, right? So IAS gives you good job and good money also. Good power, good position, everything will come to you. So this examination writing should not be your aim. What should be your aim? Understand so that you feel happy, you feel blessed, you feel great. I understood. When you feel I am great, I understood, that sentence what you wrote, I am useless. That was until now. But from now onwards, I am useless. I am past tense, useless. But now onwards I am going to use me 100%. Ready or not? All ready, but morning. Tomorrow morning. How do you make sure that you are DrTPS student? I am DrTPS. How do you make sure and make sure that your parents understood this boy, this girl attended DrTPS class? You should teach parents, but teaching and learning is not good enough. Practically show that. Yeah, how are you going to show?
Sir, learning your rules and regulations.
Again, sir. Practice. What you should do? So tomorrow, generally you wake up and you don't get up. You understood the difference? You wake up and you don't get up. What for you will wait? Mother will call, right? Generally, somebody will call you. And what they will say? Hey, it's 7 o'clock. Get up, get up. But that will be? So who is lying to you? So tell your mother from today, who is making them to lie? You. Your most precious mother. You are responsible for making them to lie because they know In one call, you will not get up, right? Correct or not? You want to change? Tell me, you want to change or not? So tomorrow morning, without anybody calling, I am going to wake you up and make you to get up. Who will wake you up? Brahma will wake you up. That time is called the Brahma Muhurta. But you will not get up. But I am going to make sure you are going to get up as soon as you wake up. How many of you want? Still lazy people, yeah? Should I give a shapa to you, or you want to give a blessing? Raise your hands then. Full, not half. Full. Tomorrow morning, without laziness, all of you are going to get up. I am the guarantee. But you must do what I am saying. Are you ready for that? Yes. So I got a medicine for that. How many of you want? But it is going to be costing you. Will you pay money? Not required. Saturday you can bring money. I will give you some small dose. But then you have to drink this along with the 3 liters of water before going to bed. You understood? Before going to bed, 3 liters of water. So before your mother, father, somebody in the house getting up, you will be getting up and running, and your mother will look at you. What happened? But don't come back and sleep in the bed again. And don't be lazy, because the cat will be out. Your mother will have to dry your bed sheets. Keep the bed out. The whole neighbors will know. Then your parents will call me and say, what is that you have done? Don't teach such tricks. But if you become, drink water. What is the solution? For every difficult problem, I have simple solutions. Got it? So practice. So morning, as soon as, why are you not getting up in the morning? Because you don't have great things to do. Correct? But I will tell you. After that again. So what you should do is, you should remember what I am saying is not just jokes. Tomorrow morning, as soon as you wake up, give me a call. 944 74 37. See, this is the problem with the students. I worked with the Prime Minister's office. Do you think when Prime Minister will tell something, you will say, once more you tell that? Only in classrooms. You are all like this because your teachers keep repeating. You have to be very, very attentive. Okay, all of you keep your paper and pen down. All of you raise your hands. 10 numbers, correct? So I am going to teach you and you learn my number. Learn by heart. If your heart is there. If your heart is given to somebody else, you learn by heart. Don't learn by heart. Learn by heart. Okay. You should repeat first 3 numbers. You should repeat. Then tell yourself mind. Don't repeat it louder. 944. Repeat it inside yourself once. Next I will tell you the next 2 numbers. Then all the 5 numbers you should repeat once. 74. Repeat inside once. 3, 7. Now all the, don't write, no cheating. If your buddhi is not working, we will make you to work. 944 74 37. Repeat 2-3 times. 948. Stop. Now what you do is tell your neighbor and check whether it is correct or not. Simple, no? Yes. See, you thought you cannot learn by heart, but you have that ability. Why are you not learning? Because you think you don't know. You will not be able to. Your brain is much brilliant than you. Your brain is much brilliant than you. Acharya padam agate, padam shishya swamedhaya, padam sa brahmacharibhya, padam kalakramena cha. Acharya, anybody heard this sloka? Nobody? You tell this to your parents. You also would have heard this many times. How many of you have seen the movie 3 Idiots? So you heard this sloka also. Because there was somebody who was standing on the podium chanting one mantra. Everybody was laughing. You also laughed at it without understanding. That sloka is this sloka. Acharya padamadate. 1/4 of the knowledge comes from the Acharya, not normal teachers. Who practices is called Acharya. Yajyadajarati shrestha tatta devetarojana sayat pramanam gurude lokastha danuvartade. Seeing somebody, yeah, I want to be like him. If somebody feels and makes somebody else to feel, he is called an Acharya. Acharya, when they teach, you understand 1/4 only, 25% only. So if you get 25%, your teachers are good. But you get 90%, right? You know why? Because all questions are repeated and copied, and same question is given, same answer is given, same thing is checked by same teachers. It's like a stupid mission. All of you have become like that. No new education policy can change you. Only you be demanding. Ask questions. So how do you ask questions? As soon as you wake up, you know the syllabus. You know what teachers are going to teach. Study everything and go and sit in the class. How it will? I used to be like that. So I told you 9th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th I was useless. But then, degree onwards, you know what did I do? I used this. Nobody taught me. This is my technique. I used to read the whole thing. English I was very bad. Macbeth I have to learn. Macbeth English is much difficult. Shakespearean English is very difficult. So what did I do? Those days no Google. Dictionary, translated the whole thing and I am sitting in the class. Teachers are teaching the book which I translated. All paragraphs were by heart for me. Poetries were by heart for me. I don't know whether you have in your 10th class or 11th or 12th, maybe there now. Those days it was in colleges. Shakespeare's, Wordsworth's, Solitary Reaper. Right? You have?
They don't have it yet.
Eh?
They don't have it.
They don't have it. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary, hide and lass. It was like a drama for me, as if I am seeing what is happening on the ground. And as a poet, I am writing the poetry. You will enjoy. You know when? Assume I am going to explain the route and the path to come to your house, which you already know. I am explaining. You will wait. Let me see whether he can complete it perfectly or not. I will find where this fellow is going wrong, right? Yes or no? So you study the whole subject and sit in the classroom. What will happen? Tell me, teacher, let me see whether you are good or not. This is how I used to learn, right? You will have a break.
Break for 10 minutes and we'll resume back at 11 sharp.
What do you do? Break.
We drink a shot.
Yeah. Drink water. Increase your pressure, reduce your pressure. Okay? No habits. I take morning and evening as a ritual.
Okay, वहाँ से हम देख
I don't plan. I don't know what do I speak. See, even if you ask me what am I going to do, I don't know. So morning that mood, I bring it in. Otherwise it doesn't become normal thing. I have PowerPoint. Actually this is tiresome for me. If see my plan for some activity will not work like this. I need chairs on both sides, students sitting like this. So activity will become, they will jump and come. I will ask them to turn around. So many things will happen. So based on the location only I decide what I do. And there are temples, very rare. Because you are already taken birth. Why do you want? Okay, that's it. My age. Guess. Guess. Guess what is my age? Guess again.
88.
50. These are all pain. Otherwise my hair is black like yours.